Hi everyone, I realized that I actually didn't film the June catch-up video, and the reason being is that it's been a very busy month for me. We've been away for quite a few weeks, and then when I came back I had to catch up with a lot of stuff that is going on behind the scenes, and it's been very productive month in that respect. And it's I'm really excited to share it with you and do the reveal, but I can't do it just yet. So I think maybe end of June I can share what's going on and the big news, or even perhaps in August, so depending on how long the production time takes. So I will stop teasing you, and I will just kind of share what I have been doing in the month of June in terms of discovering things and what I have really enjoyed, or things that I bought. So it's kind of it's not a favorites video where you pick out all the favorites things, but it's favorites and extras. So sometimes I show you inside of my sketchbooks, and sometimes it's something else. So it's a bit of a mix of things. So let's see what I have for you for the month of June. So first of all, let's talk about this little illustration here. I have definitely rediscovered my Copic Ciao markers, and I really love the effect that you end up with when you use Copic markers or perhaps any other alcohol markers, and then add watercolor on top of it. So the watercolor doesn't behave the same. So for example, here I just used the watercolor, and on the face and the skin area I have laid base color with the Copic markers, and then I went ahead and used a little bit of watercolor on top, and the watercolor doesn't flow as much as it does on paper when it is on top of the Copic markers, and that results in a different effect. It behaves differently. Also the same thing for the ink, it doesn't flow in the same way. So all of these things I find quite interesting, and I love the look of it. So having said that, I had a few colors here, and also ordered a few more Copic markers, which I'm super excited about because they arrived actually this morning. So I will film the Jackson's haul after I film this video, so it will come very soon. Now so that's for the Copic markers. Let's look at the next thing. So the next thing is this watercolor palette that I put together before going away in May. So you can see the videos on my channel of how exactly of the process and how exactly and why I picked the colors, and all the swatching as well, if you love that type of a video. But basically these are my summer colors, and I'm really enjoying it. Particularly I have been enjoying this kind of raw up to the purple. I haven't used much of the purple, but all of these colors I have been using a lot of them. So that seems to be the color scheme that I'm quite attracted to at the moment. But I have used all the other colors as well. Just if you want to know what colors I used most, you can see that all of these colors are in this illustration right here. So that has been fun, really enjoying this. Next thing I want to talk about is this notebook, which I actually found in the bottom of my wardrobe when I had to take a few things out because we were having some work done in the house. And anyway, I completely forgot that I bought this, and I think I was going to give it away as a gift, and I think it's, yeah, I mean, I could still do it because all it does is it has a page here of 2018, so you can quickly look through the year before, and then 2019 is here, and all the pages thereafter, they're not dated. So basically you have the flexibility of you know, doing whatever you want. So that's a great way of journaling things. So I changed my mind, and I'm not going to give it away. I'm going to keep this notebook because I really love how it's done. It's got a beautiful binding, and I love the florals and the rose gold area here, which looks really pretty. So I'm going to use it for like a separate journal, really. So that's that. Then I want to say something about Daphne's diaries. You know that I'm really loving her magazine, and I haven't bought it in a while. I don't remember if I bought the previous issue. This is the number 4, 2019, and I bought it actually in the beginning of July, so it definitely should be still available. Her issues kind of are seasonal, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 1 issue per 2 months or 3 months, something like that. So they don't come out every month, if I'm not mistaken. That's how it used to be anyhow. And so basically you could have bought it in June, I assume, as well. So this issue is lovely and summery, of course. It has a free mini phrase book, which is what I just flipped through right here. It's sort of combining different languages, and there's some in, let's see, what's this one? Yeah, so there's like just regular phrases like good morning and where are you from, etc., and they come in all these languages, so Italian, Spanish, French, German and French, and obviously English. And yeah, so you could, if you're traveling, it'd be useful to take with you to practice your languages if you wish. And in general, there's loads of interior kind of pictures, so loads of furniture. Things that you can cut out are always fun. So these ones are designed to go on a straw, but you can do loads of other things with them, like stick them in your journal. I mean, look at these pineapples and strawberries, they're just gorgeous. So you don't have to necessarily do what is recommended. You can totally take it your way. These are lovely, the flamingos. They're missing some legs, but that's absolutely fine. The paper is gorgeous as always. Oh gosh, I haven't seen these in such a long time. These were like late 80s, early 90s, probably. No, yeah, more like late 80s. Do you remember them? Like on girls' hair clips and all of that. Oh my gosh, this has been so long ago. Is that coming back into trend? I hope not. Anyway, so some recipes as always great pictures to cut out and stick them in your journals. Great paper for collaging if you like doing collages in your journals. So that's all fantastic. There's also a few things like let me see. So there are some stickers here, and where are you going stickers for your bullet journal. So if you're into bullet journal, you could do that, but even if you're just into art journaling, you can use these stickers. Again, this is sort of travel orientated. Paris, Amsterdam, London, New York, Rome, Berlin, Sydney and Barcelona. So yeah, you can totally take it and run with it. So more interior pictures. There is an exercise here that teaches you how to do a summary flower in 5 steps. So you end up with something like that. So it's great for doodle lovers. Then there is some other stuff here for coloring in, and of course these gorgeous recipes and whatnot. Looks all delicious. I love the color scheme on here. This just reminds me of a good holiday. And at the end we've got some gardening. Finally I have replanted some of my orchids and finished planting tomatoes over the weekend, so I'm enjoying my gardening. Yeah, so that's basically it. Again, some recipe cards, and I think there was an illustrator here that she featured in her magazine. I'll try to find it. As always, there's some lovely papers here you can use. You can fussy cut the flowers on them and use them as collage. These are lovely, so you could maybe even watercolor or leave them like that. I like the black and white with a bit of color there as well. Oh, here it is. So drawing makes you happy. So right at the end of the magazine there is this illustrator that we get introduced to, and I think her name is Pippa Knus, and this is her illustrating style, and you can see what watercolors she's using. So these are the Prima, and which set is that? I'm not entirely sure. It's got Serenity, Creation, Awake, Namaste, Ponder colors in there. So if you know, do write it in the comment section below. And yeah, so these are her illustrations that we get introduced to, and some more paper you can cut out for rolling and creating different paper craft. This is super pretty. I love this. So it says here, the following Daphne's diary will appear on 16th July 2019. Okay, so the new issue is coming out in July, so that basically covers the month before that. Look at this cute bunny. This is definitely asking for some fussy cutting and sticking into some sort of a project. And that is it. Look at the bullet journal. She's got a beautiful bullet journal right here. So these are the things you can buy on her website. Okay, and just quickly, I also wanted to share a couple more things here. So you know that I love stamping. It really has become one of my favorite things, along with watercolor this year. And so I always look for some interesting floral stamps, and this magazine, the Simply Cards and Papercraft issue 193, had this stunning A4 size set of stamps. So they come really at a good value price that you pay. So this is £6.99, so almost £7, but you get so many stamps here, and I find them, you know, reasonably good quality, and also they really are quite beautifully done. So they're not badly drawn out at all, and some of them have loads of detail. And the other good thing I like about them is that they have predominantly just the line work, which means you can totally use watercolor over and, you know, make your own kind of paintings and coloring in and whatnot. So I absolutely love these few here, so I'll show you a close-up. This looks like a little weed plant, but looks very pretty. There's another wildflower here. And this one with a little butterfly. This I love. Kind of looks like some sort of blossom. Very pretty. Hope you can see it, how gorgeous it is. This is obviously beautiful. I forgot the name of this flower. It's got like bell-shaped flowers hanging down, and the bees love going inside to collect the nectar. Yeah, so they're beautiful, and obviously this is just gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. This was my probably favorite out of all of them, with loads of other kind of birds and all that, insects, butterflies, dragonflies, bees, stamps as well, and a few sentiments with love. May your day bloom with happiness. I thought that was quite a beautiful sentiment. And also you know, it's summer, so it's definitely summer orientated. Birthday, best wishes, happy many returns, retirement, anniversary. So yeah, gorgeous a little set. I'm not going to go into the magazine itself because I don't generally find much interesting in them at all, and but I do like this. It's totally worth the £7. I just realized after I finished filming that I didn't show you this one, which is it's called The Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady, and essentially it's got little illustrations here. They're good size to fussy cut. The paper is rather thin, but it's okay, it's not too bad. And you can fussy cut if you like, you know, like old vintage illustrations from the books or something like that, then usually from children's books or sometimes from other things. This is that type of like, you know, Peter Rabbit, that kind of illustration style. You can fussy cut and use those, but it also has some papers in here which are completely detached, so they're not attached. You can take them out, and you have like on A4 they're A3 size altogether, but you get 4 images on each side of the paper. So basically these are lovely as well. You can fussy cut them individually or as a cluster. You could also for example, actually I'll show you now. So you can take like a circle punch if you have one of the bigger ones. I actually need to get the bigger punch, and what you could do is you could find the right, I like this one, I think. Yeah, this looks quite pretty. And fussy cut something like that and use it in your journal, so it looks really pretty. I hope you can see. Does my camera want to focus today? There we go. So you could do something like that. This is a very pretty pattern here. It's got like these, you know, the wildflower. It looks like a daisy, but it's got a bit of red on the edge of the petal. I'm sure you know. And then some birds, bees. So these would be cool to, again, to punch out. Let me see if I can do that. So this one looks quite cute. And you could do loads and loads of things with this paper, and they are all repeated, so basically you get 2 of each. So let me just show you as an example. Here is one of the papers, and then on the reverse you get this pattern. So loads to work from, so that's another good thing. You could use this paper to maybe like wrap some of your inserts or something like that. You know, you could do loads of things. Anyways, that is it. So thanks for watching and see you soon.